Okay, so shall I continue? Yes. English language, the importance of English language in this 21st century in order to get a job. So, knowing English language nowadays it is considered as an asset. Okay, it is an asset for us because it is just this language. The proficiency in this language is opening window to the new world, opening window, a new window to opportunities, isn't it? Tremendous opportunities. Okay. So, job perspective, no job prospects, that is proficiency in English can significantly enhance job prospects. We know as we know it because this is the medium, this is the official medium, and this is considered as, the global workforce, like global workforce is considered it as the language because without English language, without this universal language, we couldn't work in a satisfactory way, or we couldn't exchange ideas in a convenient way. Okay, so we all know that. So I'm not, spending too much time on the importance of English because you all candidates know that. That's why you are attending here. Okay, so here, the further for academic research, we are using English, and then what international education, whatever we need to when you want to connect in an international way or thoroughly in a national way also, even you need to connect what is the medium of our academics, that is English language. Okay, so digital communication is possible only with English nowadays, and technological advancements. Okay, in order to know the new technological advancement, English is considered as the machine language also, isn't it? So that's the importance of English. Now I am just coming for that is the particular opportunities which you can get, which you can utilize while knowing English. When you want to see, many of the students might be going to other countries, isn't it, for higher education, for seeking a job and all. Okay, so in that category, in that context, what particular thing you need to have, you might be knowing, everyone might be knowing there are certain exams which you need to clear. Okay, which you need to clear in order to get that immigration certificates and all, isn't it? So what are those exams which are very important which are very important in your career in order to get a job in abroad, and in order to get an international job, or in order to connect with the huge world outside rather than your region and your culture? So what are those exams? Okay, so let me tell you, let me introduce you these kind of exams one by one. Please listen on these particular exams. Okay, the first one is IELTS. Okay, so as a college going student, you might be familiar with this IELTS exams. So what's the full form of IELTS? That is International English Language Testing System. Okay, so this is a particular exam. This acronym can be expanded like International English Language Testing System. Okay, so what is this IELTS? What are the things which you want to do in these exams, and what are the benefits you are going to get while getting the exams, or getting a pass mark in this exam? Okay, this IELTS, that is IELTS exams. IELTS, we couldn't say IELTS, it's IELTS. Okay, so this IELTS can be divided into academic and general. Okay, academic version of this paper, this exam, academic version is there, and also general version, general exams are there. Okay, so in this exam, the main concern, what they are testing, okay, what particular thing they are testing in IELTS exams? The same thing, the basic skills of English language, which can be considered, or which can be considered as the milestone of your proficiency. So that particular milestones are listening, speaking, reading, and writing, the so-called LSRW skills. Okay, so there's both in the academic and general test of IELTS, they are they are evaluating your LSRW skills. Okay, and there is a kind of band score for this exam. Okay, like 0 to 9 level. If you are achieving, so certain companies, that's very important, dear students. Like certain companies when they are hiring you, and certain universities also, universities of Australia and such places, when they are giving as when they are giving you the admission and all, they might be checking your IELTS score. Okay, if you are, sometimes some universities are very clear about it, like when you are getting more than 5.5 or 6.2 band score, then only you will be getting permission to take admission in that particular universities. Okay, so such is the importance of these kind of exams. Okay, IELTS exam. Okay, so and in Dubai also, if you want to if you want to focus on a teaching session, if you want to be educators outside, like when you want to go like Dubai and some other places, and when you want to work in such schools, Indian schools or some other charter schools in Dubai, so there also, if you have searched the particular job requirement advertisements in the past April or March or April, you might be finding like for the interview session they are demanding this IELTS score. Okay, for teacher interview sessions also they are demanding, highly demanding, or what this IELTS score. So such importance is there for such tested. Okay, so simply like years ago, people can simply move to abroad, like different countries, and from while staying there, staying in those countries, they used to develop their language, isn't it? They used to develop a native like language while staying there for years and years. But nowadays, if you want to what assure a permanent job in such places, what do you want to do? You want to clear such exams. That is for clearing such exams, what do you want to do? You should have you should have proficiency. You should have basic skills in this LSRW of English language. Okay, so like no, the band score of IELTS, that is the total score is known as band score in IELTS. Okay, so this score 0 to 9. Okay, that's very that when you are getting more and more score, your scope is high. Okay, higher and higher will be your scope. Okay, scope of getting the job. Okay, so that is IELTS. You might be familiar now. And the next one is TOEFL, TOEFL. Okay, so and TOEFL, the acronym stands for Test of English as a Foreign Language. Okay, Test of English as a Foreign Language. So what's the importance of TOEFL? This is a kind of paper based or internet based, two types of exams you can have in TOEFL. Okay, IELTS also, you are going to get a paper based test, and computer CBT, computer based test also. Okay, so TOEFL, TOEFL, what happens, for here also the basic skills LSRW has been checked. Okay, and the score from 0 to 120, the score range is from 0 to 120. Okay, and many universities and many institutions abroad just take this TOEFL score of the students or candidates in order to give them jobs and admissions in certain colleges. Okay, so especially in USA and in those Canada, in those sites, they are checking this TOEFL exams and all. So if you want to go there and achieve some higher education, you should clear this TOEFL first. Okay, so IELTS, TOEFL. Okay, and the next one is Cambridge English exams. Okay, Cambridge English exams. Okay, so what's the importance of Cambridge English exams? No, there are certain levels in Cambridge English exams, as you know, like in English language. Sometimes. Okay, have you? I would like to ask you if you have checked your level of proficiency in English anytime, anytime in your academic life. Hmm? That is how to check such the proficiency, like some people might have basic skills in English, isn't it? Basic skills only, the very basic skills only. And some people might have some advanced, or intermediate level, that is not so poor in English but not so fluent also. Okay, so an intermediate level might be there. Okay, and the last one category is what, highly proficient, like advanced. Okay, advanced level or proficient level. Okay, so Cambridge English exams. In Cambridge English exams, you know what happens? They might be checking whether your level in English, like whether you are an advanced one, whether you have this English one. Cambridge English one means whether you have only that basic skills or advanced skills, and that is highest to lowest level. Okay, they will be categorizing you whether in which category, like or the highest order or the lowest order, in which category you are remaining. Okay, so that is that test. And in many times you might have heard this PTE test. Okay, PTE test of English. What you mean by PTE test? It is Pearson test of English. Okay, Pearson test of English. That's also computer based, and it also tests what, LSRW, the same listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills in English. And the score might be from 10 to 90. Okay, 10 to 90 scores might come in this particular Pearson test of English. And universities, immigration authorities, some immigration authorities just they accept this PTE marks, PTE scores of candidates or students. Okay, then the next one is Duolingo. You might have this app in your phone also, right? Duolingo, Duolingo, huh? Duolingo. Okay, so what is this Duolingo test? Okay, this is an online computer based test, the same online computer based test. Okay, but it's free also, huh? And then 10 to 160 scores. Okay, you need to get the score will range from 10 to 160. Okay, and certain universities, institutions, they accept a Duolingo score of students and employees. Okay, and then some new exams are also there, also available in order to get entry to the foreign countries. Those exams are Cambridge English Advanced, Business Higher, that is Cambridge English, which is focusing on business English. That's a fantastic category in English communication. Like, dear students, whether, sometimes you might be very fluent in English language, but while when you are taking this business and all, the business dealings, the business, that is a kind of a language for business, isn't it? Some business related words, vocabulary is there, and some kind of some different kinds of articulation you might require for the transaction or for the interaction in business terms, isn't it? So business English, there is a kind of English like business English. So your business English proficiency might be tested through Cambridge English Business Higher. Okay, so that's if you want to be an entrepreneur or if you want to work abroad as a business personality, you can use this particular test. Okay, and then English language in a business context, that is the importance, that is in a business scenario, how you are going to use the language with business related vocabulary. Okay. So then for IELTS, I already told you IELTS about IELTS, and there is another kind of IELTS advanced exam nowadays, that is IELTS life skills. Okay, life skills exam. So this test, what is the importance of this test? That this test always test checks your English language skills in everyday situations. Okay, that is not for an exam based or interview based language, English language they are checking here. They will be checking our life skill based English language, that is in an ordinary natural scenario of your life, how you are interacting with others while using English language, isn't it? So that might be checked through IELTS life skill exams. Okay, and finally coming to this medical levels. Okay, like for nurses and all, when they see there are many students, many aspiring students after nursing and all, they need to move abroad, isn't it? They need to go many countries, they need to visit many countries, and they need to work there, isn't it? They would like to work there, isn't it? So such nursing students might get a pass mark in OET, and you might have heard this exam OET. That's a fantastic English proficiency test. But here, a normal candidate, it might be very difficult for a normal candidate to pass in this test. Okay, so what might be the difficulty facing by the candidate, a normal candidate? Because this OET, OET, what is the full form of OET? It spans like this: occupational English test. Okay, occupational English test. Okay, so what are the features of this occupational English test? That is, only a medical based student, a nursing student, can can easily attend this particular exam. You know why? Because certain medical terms might be there in these kind of exams, like how this sort of a nurse is going to interact with doctors and patients with some medical terms and all, and a kind of medical language. Okay, so previously I talked with you, I already told you about business English. So in medical field also, there is a kind of English in which you would find loads of medical related vocabulary, isn't it? Medical related vocabulary. So this OET is connected with what? Medical related vocabulary, and the test might be entirely proportional to healthcare properties or healthcare professions and all. Okay, so that is OET. Okay, so here I told you, I discussed here some kind of activities. Okay, some kind of particular test which we can use, which we need to attend if you have a spark in your mind to go abroad and achieve jobs. Okay, and let me tell you, if you don't want to go abroad and all, then also this IELTS and this OET and all these scores are very important for you in order to get high pay, in order to be high, in order to get a high paid job in in our particular region, in our particular country. Okay, because such importance is there for language and such tests. Okay, and then let me tell you some with studies, you might be studying, you might be graduates or postgraduates. Okay, so with your studies you can continue your enriching English, or you can be a proficient in English while utilizing certain language learning apps. Okay, so certain language learning apps are there in from your. Okay, you can download it. Okay, so let me give you a small information about this. The first one, the so-called Duolingo. I already told you about Duolingo English test and all. So Duolingo also you can easily download in your phone, and you can go through it. Certain kinds of test formats, that is interactive lessons, exercises might be there in Duolingo, and you can utilize it to maximum. You can engage with it, and you can certainly improve your language skills. Okay, so Duolingo is the best one, and the next one is Babbel, Babbel. Babbel and Rosetta Stone. Okay, Babel and Rosetta Stone. These two apps are also very important for language learning, because these apps, these apps are providing interactive lessons and exercises. So while we know that, like, practice makes man perfect, isn't it? So even though a native person, that person, if he or she wants to be a fluent person in English, thorough usage of this language is necessary. Okay, it is inevitable. Okay, daily, on a daily basis, we need to use the language. Then only we can polish, or we can come up with the most positives, like a native like tone we can achieve while using the language, while utilizing it every day, while experiencing it every day, hearing it. That is, listening to a language, listening to a native speaker is very important. Then speaking, like speaking to your peers, like your friends, speaking it in your classroom, speaking it officially, or speaking at home also. If you are getting when you are getting a partner, it might be a very good thing. That is through that in through through context, through the contextual use of English language, you can improve. And you can, when you are getting at in a particular stage where you are thinking in English. You got it. When you're thinking in English, that might be the higher order way of acquiring this language, the features of this language, and you can be more and more confident also while attending an interview or attending a group discussion. You can be very confident, because if you have this particular tool of this language, this international language with you. Okay, so I already told you about the language learning apps. Okay, and then there are certain online courses also. You might be familiar with all these things, no? Like online courses. What are those online courses? Like websites. Okay, you can go through some websites in order to enrich your language skills. The first one is Coursera. Coursera. Okay, Coursera. Then edX is there. EdX means EDX only. EDX only. Okay. Then Udemy. Udemy. Okay, Udemy. Okay. So all this Udemy. Udemy. Okay. So Udemy, Coursera, edX, all these online courses, online particular websites, just enrich our, just help us or scaffold us to enrich our English language skills. Okay, so please go through it whenever you are getting time. Please go through all these particular websites, particular then what apps and all, and utilize it maximum in order to enrich the skill of English language. Okay, and then certain language exercise websites are there. There you will be getting wonderful number of language exercises. Okay, practice sets and all. So you can, because if you want to be a banker, if you want to get a job in a particular bank, you need to do many kind of, you need to solve many problems a day, and you need to have a time management, everything. You need to get a PSC. There also you need practice, thorough practice, daily practice. Then only you will get it right. So the same on the same way, if you want to be a fluent person in English language, because as I already told you, this is the strong medium of communication throughout the world. So there you practice is needed. Okay, you need to be connected with this language every day. Okay, or in your real life scenario also, you need to include this language every time. Okay, so there also this language exercise websites might be helping you. Okay, so such a website is here, that is Italki. Okay, let me tell you the spelling. If you can write it, you can do it. Italki. Okay, Italki. Okay, and it's like, Italki. Pronunciation is very different. And like iPhone, when you are calling it iPhone, the same thing happens here also. italki. Okay, so what is this website? What are the features of this website? Like, this website connect language learners. Okay, and there is a peculiarity in this website, dear students. That is, when you are joining italki, what happens? You are getting opportunities. You are getting wonderful opportunities to talk with native speakers. Okay, so how it is going to be, right? Like, you are speaking, with a, daily you are getting a particular time in order to speak with a native English speaker. Okay, so you can, naturally, you can be with their accent, you can follow their pronunciation, you can follow the rhythm in which they are speaking and all. Okay, you will get it. You are going to get the whole features of native English speakers pronunciation, isn't it? Or their interaction, isn't it? So this particular website iTacky is giving you such wonderful opportunities to talk or to connect with native speakers. Okay, so these are the wonderful test, the different sort of exams you need to prepare or you need to attend if you have that dream of flying high and all. And then the next one, the new exams also I already told you, and then some learning apps, language learning apps. I mentioned some language learning apps also. The language exchange, like language exchange websites also. The one is italki. Okay, so you need to be aware, you need to be familiar with all these things. Lots of homework needed in order to flourish in this language, in order to get that kind of that supra-segmental features of language and all. We need exercise, practice, and obviously all these apps will be helping you for that. Okay, and then dear students, now let me tell you, you might be knowing everything. Let me tell you the key communication skills. Okay, anybody has any doubt, you can ask me now, okay? If there, if there is any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. Okay, let me continue. So, key communication skills. What are the key communication skills in English? Okay, so when you are going for a job, what are the things you need to be? You need to be well versed, or you need to be practiced while going as a candidate, before going as a candidate. Okay, so the first one is effective expression. Okay, so let me underline, let me stress on that word effective. Okay, effective expression. What do you mean by this effective expression? Expression, okay, whatever you feel, you can express. But what do you mean by effective expression? That is, you should use whatever you see, whatever questions you are getting on your way from the interviewer, you need to answer it in such a way where through which the interviewer must be impressed. Okay, so that is effective communication, effective expression, not an ordinary mere expression. You need to have effective expression in your communication. Okay, so in order to get that effective expression, you need to work on language. You need to use more and more words on a particular day. Okay, you need to be introduced. You need to be familiarized with loads of new words. Okay, so everything should, so practice. Okay, the core content is practice. Okay, we need thorough practice in order to be in order to express effectively in a communication. Okay, in a communication scenario. Okay, that is there should be clarity in articulating thoughts and ideas. Clarity should be there. When an interviewer is asking some questions to you and you are answering it vaguely with while searching words, searching ideas, and using this for a long time and all. Okay. So there, what happens? This interviewer is getting the impression like, yeah, this candidate is not at all confident in the English language. Obviously, you might be getting such feedback from them. Okay, so practicing and polishing ourselves, polishing our thoughts first, and articulating the thing in a with clarity and all, with clearness and all. That might be only an effective, an effective speaker can do like that. Okay, so effective expression is very important, and this is considered as one of the key communication skills. Okay, and the next one, like effective expression, isn't it? So expression is noun, and I used effective there. So effective might be what, an adjective I have used. Okay, so there, and now I am using an adverb in the next category of key communication skills, that is active listening. Okay, so listening, I would like to tell you, listening is a kind of a blessed thing, isn't it? Isn't it? Like, somewhat 44 plus people are attending this this meet, and I'm not sure about or whether this 44 or 43 students are actively listening to me. Okay, so what do you mean by this actively listening? Okay, like listening, many times I used it to. Okay, in our classrooms we might be sitting there physically, we might be sitting there, but mentally we might be roaming through UK, roaming through Dubai and all those places. Okay, we might be sometimes in our family also, in our home also. Okay, so what happens at such times? Okay, like, physically we are sitting there, but we are not listening. We are not listening. Okay, teachers might be thinking, yeah, the student is listening in my class, and they might be very happy, but literally you might not be listening to them. Okay, such things happens, right? Such things happens in our classrooms, right? And some students might be there, they might be they might be looking or listening to the teacher, and listening all the even each and every word coming out from them. Okay, such studious, the so-called studious students might be there in the classroom. Okay, but more than that, if you feel like, when your teacher is teaching something, and you are participating in the classroom, you are asking certain questions to them, you are asking your doubts to them, you are just giving some particular examples to them. So when you are engaging actively inside the classroom with the teacher, then we could say that, yeah, you are actively listening in the classroom. So that is active listening. That is, it is not like simply nodding your head like right and left, but the thing is that how you are, how much you can, you can involve. Okay, involve in that classroom, actively involve in that discussion. Okay, with while giving you your opinion, giving your suggestions and all, how you can involve in such an environment. Okay, that is active listening. Got it? Clear? Okay, so listening, active listening, it is not only in job scenario, in family scenarios also. It can create a huge impact in relationships. When you listen to your parents, when you listen to your partners, when you listen to your siblings, a kind of bond, strong bond you can create inside your home, and inside the workplace also. Okay, if you are listening to your boss, if you are listening to your colleagues, a collaborative work is going on inside the office, that teamwork is there in your office, obviously. Okay, that might be the golden days of the office and home also. Okay, so active listening is very important. And then what? Collaboration and presentation, how you are collaborating with your, see, that's also depends on language, isn't it? If you are a very good speaker, and if you could understand things, if you have this negotiating skills also. Okay, negotiating skills, you might be familiar with this. There are many in many videos we can say that, we used to see, like, you might have the courage to say yes when you want to say yes, or you might have the courage to say no when you want to say no. Okay, so see, in this negotiating skill, a very good English speaker can have this negotiating skills, because if you want to deny something, if you don't want to do something, okay, if you are getting a particular target, or if you are getting a particular assignment or duty, and at that time if you are not able to do that, how you are going to negotiate it, how you are going to what deny that particular task. Okay, so with a fine language, okay, that is negotiating skills. So only a good speaker can use negotiating skills. Okay, then collaborating, if you have tremendous language skills, you can collaborate with your colleagues, you can connect with them, you can lead them, you can accompany them, you can scaffold them, you can be with them for new plans and new ideas and all. Got it? So all these things, this collaboration, then presentation also, when you are getting a job in a particular office, and they might be telling you to present something, to present a new plan or a new particular project for the upcoming what for the upcoming days and all. So how you are going to present, your presentation matters. Okay, and during the interview session also, immediately you might be going for interviews and all, after your campus selection interviews might be there, and certain kinds of you might be getting invitations from certain companies and all, so you might be going, okay, anywhere, you might be searching for jobs and all. Okay, so there, nowadays the trend is like this. Okay, first of all, the thing is that you need to build or design a very good attractive resume. Okay, the resume skills. You need to enrich your resume with all kinds of things which you have done, which you have participated in your what academic days. Okay, so your resume should be colorful, attractive. Okay, then after that, what are the next skills you might develop in yourself, this communication. Of course, your communicate they are going to check your communication skills while giving you some group discussion scenarios. Okay, imagine if a company wants 60 people, 60 candidates for their office, and almost 120 candidates are coming for the job, coming for the interview and all, and they need to first of all, through the resume tracker, they might be cutting this candidate, the number of candidates, to 80. Okay, 80 candidates might be there. Okay, and they might be calling these 80 candidates for the interview. Okay, this interview, this selection process and all. Okay, so there, what they might be doing, they might be dividing you into groups, and to each and every groups they might be giving some particular task or particular particular topics for GD. Okay, GED sessions might be there. So what happens there in that scenario? You might be sitting for the group discussion, completely in your class, when you are getting group discussion in your college, when you are getting group discussion and all, it might be very easy for you, because the familiar people are there, only your friends might be, or your classmates might be sitting with you, so a kind of familiarity is there, a friendship, the bond of friendship is there with you all, so you can adjust. When one person is not at all talking too much, the other friend can talk like that, no, a kind of friendly atmosphere. But what happens when you are going for an interview, many strangers are sitting around you, and they are giving a particular topic, so you need to initiate that topic, you need to moderate, sometimes you need to moderate that topic, you need to talk a lot and a lot about the topic and all. So what might be so how you are going to tackle such situation? Only your language power might be helping you there to shine like a star. Okay, and the recruiters might be observing how smart you are, how confidently you are clarifying things, or how confidently you are supporting that particular topic given by them. Okay, so your performance matters there. Your active performance plus your active listening, your effective expression, everything is important there. in order to get that job. Okay, so GD session, please remember this. GD session is very important, and that is a threshold. GD session is currently acting as a threshold to get the job. Okay. Yes. Then I already told you effective expression, active listening. Then what? Collaboration is there, presentation is there, fluency. Yes, fluency. You don't want to go for language gaps. Isn't it? Isn't it? The long, that kind of searching for words. No, at that time, what might be we are doing? We will be searching for words at that time, right? So that also we might be, we should, okay, avoid. Okay. So through practice, the thorough practice only, all these things happen. Okay. So fluency means what? Smooth, like how smoothly and naturally you are speaking. That is fluency. Okay. Then strong grammar and vocabulary, clarity must be there. Okay. So all these things are very important and considered as the key communication skills. So we need to work on this. Okay, so the previous website, with the help of previous websites, apps, and previous online courses, you can go for some free online courses. Okay, so through all these things, we can at an extent, and also I will recommend. TED Talks. You might be, as college students, you might be aware of all the TED Talks and all, where celebrities are coming on a particular platform and they are speaking, right? So TED Talks, very important. And then some, web series, English web series you can watch. Okay, so while going through the titles, in the first period, you can go with the titles and understand things. And after that, you just try to understand things without using the title and all. Okay, so in that way, gradually we can enrich the fluency, enrich the understanding, and what effective expression in English language. Okay, and now the next thing is what are the what are the demands of the companies, like companies that prioritize communication skills. Okay, so which are the toppest companies which prioritize communication skills? Okay, so let us go through that particular topic. The first one, Google. There might not be a day for us on which we haven't searched anything in Google, isn't it? So Google is such an essential thing for us nowadays. Okay, so Google, that company, it also it also give importance to communication, isn't it? Communication for collaboration and innovation, collaborative skills and innovative ideas. Okay, so Google always search from candidates this innovative ideas and collaborative skills. Okay, then what about the next one? Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft, the strong, they always search for strong communication, for teamwork and client interaction. Okay, we need to, in many companies, when you are going for jobs for many companies, you need to what? You need to be with the clients, isn't it? So the company might be having many clients all over the world. So whoever clients you are getting, you need to manage them. You need to build up a kind of healthy relationship with such group of people, such your clients, and also that. So for all these purpose, effective communication is very important. Effective communication is very important. Okay, and then the next thing is what? Microsoft, that teamwork and client interaction. Through communication, they might be going for effective communication and teamwork and client interaction also might very important for them. Then Amazon, the most famous company, okay, online company. Amazon requires what? Clear and concise communication for customer satisfaction. Okay, so customer satisfaction is the important thing for such companies, isn't it? Whether it is Amazon, whether it is Flipkart, or whether some other companies, customer satisfaction is an important factor. So how these customers can be satisfied? when they are getting, there might be happy customers, there might be angry customers, no certain sort of customers might be there in when you are going for BPO training and all, the business process outsourcing. Okay, that is BPO. Okay, so BPO training and all, you might be getting such knowledge, such theory about customers and all. So anyway, we need to be with customers. We need to make many satisfied customers, happy customers around us. For that, language is very important. Okay, sometimes they might be bursting on us. Sometimes they might be asking a lot of queries to us. Okay, so whatever might be their feeling, whatever might be their demands, you might satisfy them with your language skill. So language is such an important weapon there, isn't it? So Amazon. Okay. The next company is Accenture. Accenture. Okay. Accenture. Okay. And there, this company, goes for client relationships, project success, and all. For that, communication is needed. Okay. And the last company is Deloitte. Deloitte. Okay, Deloitte. You might have heard this company. Okay, Deloitte. Okay, that is for consulting and advisory roles. Okay, the employees might be having consulting role or advisory roles. For both these roles, what we need, communication, language is very important there. Okay, and the next one, BPO. Okay, I already told you, business process outsourcing, BPO. So if you want to be a BPO, you should develop this communication skills, interaction skills. Otherwise it won't be possible for you, because you need to satisfy your customers, your clients, in the midnight hour also, when they are calling you, when they are asking you certain doubts. You might be very patient. At the same time, you might have all those kind of language, that is beautiful language with you in order to interact with them. Okay, so that's another area. Okay, so all these kinds, like I have already told you, the most of the major companies and what are the roles of these major companies. Okay, and BPO, coming to BPO, this business process outsourcing. If you want to be a BPO in your future, what are the different? You must know what are the different types of BPO services. Okay, the first one is customer service. Okay, that is I already told you this, handling customer inquiries, complaints, and feedback. Okay, whether you are hearing complaints also, you might be very patient and you might understand. You might, you have a crucial role there. You should talk with them in a very acceptable way. Okay, then technical support. Some BPOs should give technical support, like providing technical assistance and troubleshooting services. Okay, then data entry work is there. For that, managing data for clients and all. There also language we need. And then what back office operations, like what managing administrative tasks such as accounting and finance. So all these areas are connected with what BPO. And what are the proficiency or English skills? Proficiency in English, a BPO needs. Communication skills, of course, communication skills might be there. Grammar and vocabulary might be there. Then accent neutralization might be there. What do you mean by this accent neutralization? That is how effectively you can speak like a native speaker through your practice. Okay, that is your regional language, the what, the particular slang or the echo of your regional language is not at all coming to you when you are talking in English. That is the most. You need to give priority in that first. Like, you don't want to use a mix-up language. Malayalam, our regional language, might not be accompanied by English language, or English language might not be accompanied by our regional language. That's an important thing. You need to be very careful about it. So that is neutral accent. That is how clearly you can pronounce the English language, and your standard intonation, and your minimal regional influence. All these things come in this neutral language. Okay, neutral accent neutralization and all. Okay, so that is the thing I told you about BPO. Okay. And the next one, translation. Okay. Translation, a wonderful, fine job is there, translation. So what do you mean by this translation and or translators? Like you can, there are tremendous opportunities for translators. We can be freelance translators. I know many people, I have many friends who work as freelance translators and all, and they are earning a huge amount for their job. Okay, so freelance, no, that is working as a freelancer, translating content for clients across different industries. Okay, so industries might be giving you work, and you might be doing the work for them, and you are earning. Okay, on demand. Okay, and then what in-house translator is there? What do you mean by in-house translator? That is working as an in-house. That is inside a company. You are a company employee, and inside your company you are working as a translator. That is in-house translator. And the next one is translation agency. That is working for an agency. For a translation agency, you are working and you are translating your content for clients. Okay. And then what, localization specialist, that's another role. Okay, while knowing English language or having proficiency in English language, you can be a localization specialist, that is adapting content for specific cultures and regions. Okay, so language is culture oriented also. You need to relate certain cultures in order to speak in a particular language. Okay, you need to use language in order to speak about cultures. Okay, so that particular category can be called as localization specialist. Okay, then interpreter. Means what? Interpreting spoken language in real time, often for conferences, meetings, or events. Okay, so such things might be there. Okay, so that are opportunities for translators. Okay, so BPO we have discussed, opportunities for translators also we have discussed, and the next one, the last one is content writing. That's an important, amazing thing, content writing, and we can achieve many jobs. We can earn a huge income if you are specialized in this content writing, because there are many areas for content writing nowadays. Okay, blog writing. Okay, you might be bloggers sometimes, no? So blog writing, what is blog writing? Creating blog posters, articles, and guides for websites and blogs. Only with a tremendous background in English, you can be a blog writer. Okay, then copywriting. What do you mean by copywriting? Writing persuasive and compelling content for advertisements, marketing materials, and sales pages. Okay, so giving some captions to them, giving some tremendous ideas through language and all. Copywriting. Okay, then technical writing. That is creating user manuals, instructional guides, and technical documents. Okay, then content marketing, like in social media, like blog posters. We can have some marketing advertisement and all while using this content, content writing and all, using English language. Okay, so these are the different aspects of what knowing English language in a business scenario. Okay, so I hope you might be knowing all these things. Okay, so here I am going to wind up today's session, this 1 hour session. So I hope you might have gone some aspects of this session. So, okay, so now if there is any doubt or any suggestions, you can ask.